up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is Zuma, aka Fabian. And for those that don't know me, I am a transgender and I post videos of questions, challenges, experiences, of the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between that I am experiencing during my transition. So if you guys want to come along the journey with me, subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified as soon as I post new videos. But alright, what is transgender? Transgender is an individual, whether it's male or female, that their soul, their being, their energy, their identity, their soul deep inside does not it's not connected and does not match their physical, biological birth sex. That's what it means. Now, the person's gonna have dysphoria because they don't feel that they belong. A person will have struggles because they cannot identify with the birth sex. There will be people who commit suicide because they will never have an answer on why they feel different than what they physically look like. Okay? And there goes my dog again. So that until that person seeks for help, either whether it's a gender therapist or someone that they feel close to help themselves identify who they are, right? And trust me, all the questions you have, the insecurities you have about transgender people, the hate some of you guys might have about transgender people, saying that it's a sin, that it's bad, everything, transgender people have already done the same to themselves. They've questioned themselves, they've questioned their identity, they wonder why they are like that. You know, they do not know. There isn't an answer to it. I do have, I think, have an answer to why someone might be like that, but there isn't an answer to change, I guess you could say, because that's what your soul already is. And since someone's soul does not connect with the birth sex, you either become miserable and live based on your birth sex, or become happy and live based on your soul's identity. And when someone identifies themselves and they get the help that they need, you know, they're able to identify that they're considered to be transgender because their identity doesn't match their physical body. Okay, so that's what transgender is. Now, excuse me. Now, how does someone become transgender? How is it that they're I mean, do they just wake up from one day to another and just say, I'm going to be transgender, I want to try this out, I'm tired of being a woman and a man, so I want to be the opposite? So, no, it doesn't work like that. It all starts since the baby is developing in the mom's stomach. The moment that we're planted in there, we are given a soul. We have a soul. Our being, our energy, our who we are as a person. Okay? We have a soul, and that soul, once we have a soul, our bodies start developing, right? And as your body develops, your soul, and that's pretty interesting stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Your soul connects with your physical body. And if you have your body develops into a female, your soul adapts to your female body. You're born. Excuse me. You were born, and when you were born, then you become a woman, right? A female. Or vice versa. If your body develops as a male body, then your soul, you know, connects with your male body. You are born, and you're happy with your identity. Your soul matches your body, as usually it's pretty much what always has happened. The majority, I would say, maybe about 75% of the time, everything goes good. But there sometimes happens to be an issue, whether maybe, you know, maybe it is a disorder. Who knows? Not that it's bad, guys, but I mean, there's a lot of things that could have gone differently during your development, where your soul does not where your soul does not connect with the body as it is developing. So the soul might be a soul of a male, for example, and the body obviously develops into a female body. So when the baby is born, it's not born with the soul of a biological male. I'm sorry, a biological female. The soul is deep inside. It's known. It's a male soul. And it will not realize that, because once a baby is a baby, It doesn't know when it's like it doesn't know that that's a boy or a girl. It's just a baby until the baby starts growing and realizes that, its body parts different and distinguishes what a female and a male looks like, right? And there usually isn't an issue. It becomes an issue when obviously your soul's identity is different than your birth sex, and as the baby is starting to grow, and like I was saying earlier, let's say it's the soul of a male, right? It's starting to grow and realize that it's different. It will realize that its body is also different to what they are connected to, right? Like, it's not what they identify as, and that's where the dysphoria begins, and that's where the struggle begins. And a lot of people might commit suicide because of that, because they can't seem to find an answer on how to change. How is it that I could connect my soul with my physical body? If it didn't happen during your development in your mom's stomach, it's not going to happen anymore. So once someone's able to find some help and be able to identify themselves and accept themselves, and it will save a lot of lives, and just learn to be happy with your soul, then you're able to identify that you are transgender. You're one of those individuals whose soul did not connect with their physical body. So they're considered to be transgenders, and they could either live the life based on the gender they want to be, because the birth sex is different. Your birth sex is different than gender, right? So even though biologically the person could be a female, right, their soul isn't. So their gender is going to be of a male. They'll behave like men, most of them, right? They'll dress like men and so on, and live the life the way they feel comfortable deep inside. Now, all the questions you guys have about trans people, about why do you dress like that, you're not biologically like this, and you're going against your birth sex and stuff like that. Everything you've asked, trust me, transgender people have already been through it. They've asked themselves, they've tried to change it, they've tried to fight against it. Like I said before, some people have committed suicide because of it. So everything you guys already, my question, a transgender individual has already been through, until they had to learn to accept themselves, because we don't have a say in somebody else's happiness, and we don't have a say in our own. Well, I'll say you don't have a say in somebody else's happiness, and you don't have a say in your own identities. I'm sorry, in your own soul's identity either. I don't have a say in my soul's identity. Neither do you, neither does anybody. So we just learn to accept ourselves, and that's the moment that a transgender person starts to be obviously happy with accepting themselves. Once a transgender person decides that their dysphoria, even though they accept the fact that, okay, I'm transgender, I'm in the wrong body, it doesn't fix anything, because the fact that they are in the wrong body, they can't live with themselves every day, because they feel that they're just not in the right, well, they're not in the right body. They can't stand looking at themselves. They're trying to learn to love their body, but they just can't. They can't connect to it. So they start transitioning. So when a transgender person starts taking either hormones or estrogen, testosterone, whatever it is that they're gonna take to start changing their physical body, now those transgender individuals are considered transsexuals. Transsexuals are transsexuals are transgenders who are already starting that transition process to change their from female to male or male to female. Now, they will never change everything, of course, we know that. Biologically, you cannot be biologically male when you were born biologically female. You will never be biologically female if you were born biologically male. But you could be, in gender-wise, male or female, because gender has nothing to do with your biological sex. Now, I could talk more about that in a separate video if you guys want to know. I've done a lot of research, and it's not just what I'm saying and what I think, it's actually what it is. That gender is a cultural thing. And birth sex is science. That's different, right? We can't mess with that. You cannot change that. However, cosmetics and changing your physical parts, testosterone and estrogen could make a lot of changes in our body. So that's what transgender people do, and yeah, to try to feel more comfortable and connected with their physical body. So that's why they do it. They know that they're never going to be biologically male or female. They know that. They know what the body. They know the body that they have. They know that they could never change that 100%. Trust me, all the questions you have, they've asked themselves already. But they will do the best that they can to try to feel connected with their inner souls. Even though it's not 100%, they want to change it enough to be able to look at themselves in the mirror and be happy with what they see. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comment below, please. If you like my video, click like, and then subscribe, click on that bell so you can get notified as soon as I post my next video. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.